and welcome to the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to episode number 276. We're going to talk about discovery calls. This is where we discover whether or not we can work with this client. We discover what services they're interested in, what their needs are. Is it something that we can do? That's what the discovery call is all about on our end. I did a recent discovery call with a client. We worked together about 2 years ago. So she is a potential returning client, but it's been 2 years. So it's been a good while. So I treated it as though this is a brand new client and getting all the details and not assuming anything based on how things used to be run. It was important for me to be focused on her and serve her in the way I could in that phone call. When you're doing your discovery calls, be client focused. That means don't think about uh, whatever work you did before, meaning before the call. Don't think about what your goals are. Don't think about what your needs are. Focus on the client in that moment. Let them have your undivided attention. This is going to help you gain understanding. The second thing is to ask until you understand what their needs are. Ask until you understand what their needs are. That means if they are saying they need bookkeeping support monthly, ask all the questions that you need answered so you can be clear on what bookkeeping for them looks like. What bookkeeping for them, it's going to look different from what bookkeeping looks like for another client, even if they're using the same software. So, one of the things you want to ask, what software are they using? How often are they wanting these updates done? Ask all the detailed questions you need to ask. I'll use another example, one I'm more familiar with, because we don't offer bookkeeping services at my company, but we do offer social media services. So in that instance, I'm asking what platforms are they on? Are we creating content? Are we scheduling content? Is there a content plan in place? Are we creating the content plan? Everything I'm asking are things that we can do. We can do everything, but I want to be clear. If they say the works, I want to be clear on what the works means to them, because what the works means to us may be totally different. So you want to ask questions until you understand. Where do these questions come from? They come from working with the service itself. You already know what information you need to get started. So you're really asking those questions. Are they currently using a scheduling system? Some clients may say yes. Some clients will say no. Some will say, no, I'm not, but should I use one? And this one is where you can offer your experience in using a scheduling system or not using scheduling system, or maybe you're using one that's native to the platform. Maybe you're using Hootsuite, but you also are open with scheduling in Facebook as well. So you're asking those questions to get more details. The more details, the more you have a clear picture. Because when you end the call and you create their custom package, you want to have a clear picture on what it is you're going to be doing. If there are any holes, then those are more questions that need to be asked. How frequent are they wanting to post on social media? Think of all the things that are important. And as you're talking to the client, as they are answering the question, then more questions may come to mind. This is why we go back to the first thing, and that's wanting to be client focused. If I'm really intentional and focused on you, then I'm going to, those questions are going to come because I'm going to see myself in the situation and realize, oh, I wonder about this, I wonder about that, and then ask right then. You're also looking to see, is this someone I can work with? And you're going to know that right away. It's just like a first date. You're going to know if this is someone you can work with. Their communication style. Are they a detailed person? Are they one to give you general answers? Um, do they give you enough information, or do you have to keep poking, keep poking, keep poking to get the information? When they don't know something, how do they tell you they don't know? Are they up for finding out, up for wanting you to find out? How are they communicating they don't know? Are they just leaving it, I don't know? Some things you can't answer for them, and they have to give you an answer, whether they can give it right in the moment during the call, or if they need to think about it and then get back to you on that. It's perfectly fine to say, you know what, I have no idea. Let me get back to you on that. How are they responding to your questions? Are they focused on giving you the information that you need? You're looking again to see, is this someone I can work with? Is this someone I want to work with? How many of you know some people you can work with, but you don't want to work with for whatever reason? Everybody's different. If this is a current client and they're adding on additional services, again, you want to set up a discovery call. This time you're not discovering just the client, you're not discovering the client and the service, you're just discovering the service because you know all about the client. And as they're telling you about the service, again, you're asking until you understand what their needs are. I can remember having a discovery call. This was actually with someone I had never worked with before, so it was brand new everything. And I was asking what they were looking for, and she wanted a virtual assistant. Well, when someone tells me they want a virtual assistant, that doesn't communicate for me, because that's basic. What is it that you're looking for? What are you wanting done? These are the things we provide. What are you looking for? And in the response, I'm again looking to see, is this something that we would be compatible on? If I get general answers, oh, it's a mix of everything. Okay, what does mix of everything mean? Might be a little this, that, and they're naming. I like for them to be as specific as they can. If they can be specific, that tells me this is either something that they are doing themselves right now and want to hand off, or someone else is doing it and they want to hand it off. Either way, they have some type of experience with it, other than someone said getting a virtual assistant is a good idea. I'm not fond of working with people that just heard working with a virtual assistant is a good idea. Uh, and this is just me. They have not been good candidates for my business, because those are usually the people that are not doing things in their business that they want to hand off. If they can't communicate what it is they need specifically, imagine you start working with them. There's going to end up being some unmet expectations because they never really said what they needed. And if you can't communicate that on the front end, I know it won't happen once we get started. Again, how do I know this? Experience, bumping my head against the wall and recognizing, oh gosh, I should have known when she said XYZ that this wasn't going to work. I need details to my questions. If we are supporting your website, we're doing website management, and I want to know about where you're hosted, where's your domain registered, and you don't know. Most of my clients have no idea. They don't know. And that's fine. But the answer I'm looking for is, I don't know, but I'll find out. That's the answer I'm looking for. Or, I don't know, but I'll send you the information that I have. And if you could find out for me, that works fine as well. But just a plain, I don't know, I can't work with that. What else? That's something that you would have to give me something so I can dig around and find out. In your discovery calls, the three keys is you are focused on the client and nothing else. You're asking until you understand what their needs are. When you're able to communicate it back to them, then you understand exactly what it is. And then the third thing is looking to see, is this someone I can work with? Do I want to work with this person? I wish you all the best in your virtual assistant business. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope to see you next time. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.